This video was sponsored by all of the fantastic backers over at Patreon. Check the link out in the description or go to patreon.com/stuffplus to find out more. Generic greetings and welcome to Stellaris. Once again, in the previous episode, we started our empire, the Generi League, and we got off to a fairly decent start. As you can see, we are right next to the galactic center, and we do have two neighbors. These neighbors are actually, we're getting on alright with them. So this person here, we've got a non-aggression pact with them. In terms of opinion, we have a plus 29 opinion of the Union of Xanamars, and then they've got the Mirian Star Corp over there, which is minus 20, and that's because our empire is a egalitarian and fanatic spiritualist empire, a democratic authority as well, which is a bit of a mixed bag, but hey ho. And this person up here is sadly a fanatic militarist and materialist, so they have spiritualist fool's opinions, so they just do not like us. They also have, as far as I can tell, a rival, or they are rivaling this person here. So I might go ahead eventually and declare a rivalry as well, because I'm really wanting to get on the side of good on these ones, because these are fanatic spiritualist and militarist. So we will get on quite well. And this person, they don't like me anyway. But I want to see what's down the south first, because if there's something a bit funky here that I have to worry about, then obviously I don't really want to be annoying this person as well. I've got a, I believe it is what is it? A research agreement, an active sensor link, and a non-aggression pact. Is it non-aggression? It is a non-aggression pact. So we're not going to attack each other, but if he gets attacked, I'm not going to help him out. That's the current scenario. We also got in the last episode Hazara Prime, which I will go ahead and rename. This is, what's that one called? That's called G-Star. This is going to be called, well, we can rename the system. Can we rename the planet, actually? I don't think you can rename the planet, but we will rename it from, we'll have it as the, G-Col 1. That's the first colony we made, you see. I think that makes sense. Speaking of colony, are we producing another ship? We are not, but we do need to. Colony ship is a total of 509, and we have not enough. So we will unpause it, and let's just see if we can get some more. We do need to colonize one of these worlds. Now, that's a arid world of 22. As you can see, quite large. Then we've got two worlds here, an arid and a tundra, and there's only size 12 on the tundra, so we're not going to be colonizing that one. I don't think it'll probably be that one, unless we decide to really scout around and get something else, but let's just see how it goes. Plan for this episode is just to continue on. Obviously, we can play it a little bit slower, because obviously this is a Patreon play, so, you know, we're not beholden to having to rush through it, or any particular goals other than just having the most fun we can. So, I don't really care too much about blasting through it. I just want to see what we're going to find, get up some decent fleet, because we're currently on up to 356, and then just, yeah, progress on. So we are breeding on G-World. I don't like the name G-Col. I think we'll go for G-Colony. Is it G-Colony? Yeah, we'll go for G-Colony. G-Col... Oni... There we go. G-Colony 1, that's a bit better. And we've just got some mining network too, that's pretty good. We can now unlock, we've got improved spaceport, which gives us the Corvette semi-large and spaceport level 2. Got ion thrusters, and then mineral silo and mineral processing plant, which I think we will go with. The mineral processing plant, very good. It gives you 2 minerals. It also has 10% minerals throughout the planet. So it's a planetary modifier, which we will utilize. What I'm going to do is upgrade our 2 mining stations here. I think it is quite important that we do that. This has infrastructure projects on the go, which is building cost minus 25% and building speed increased by plus 33. Speaking of speed, I'm going to knock it up to fast. Oh, by the way, I do have a beverage. Today's beverage is banana flavoured milkshake. Tasty. So, we don't have a defensive army on the G colony. I don't think we really need one at all. Not yet anywhere, although the problem with saying you don't need a defensive army, as soon as you do need a defensive army, then you are pretty much screwed. So it's something you always have to build proactively rather than reactively. But the fact is, there's nobody around here that we've met that are going to go to war straight away, unless I find like a fanatical purifiers. Even then, I'm not too worried, because they don't go like straight away to war, so we should be alright. We do have 2 factions. We've got the Committee of Spiritualists and the Individual Choice Group, and both of them are fairly okay in terms of their support of us. of what our ethics are and things like that, so that's fine. Science ship over here, we have, I believe we were scanning some debris, and the debris is now being scanner rated, so what I will do is say upgrade rate the ship, and then we'll send it off scouting it, probably south, well, east or west, probably just south actually, and see what's down this line. Obviously this is the new jump routes. People said that it's best to go with the the hyperlanes. Go with the hyperlanes because A, it's a more tactical game, and B, arguably more importantly, the game's going to go this way anyway. So when the next major update is in and DLC and such, I don't know if it's going to be. I guess they're calling it the next patch, but I don't know if there's going to be DLC. I think there is. I think we're going to see like Leviathans and Titans and such, and like really big space stations, and maybe that's going to be the DLC part of it. But I'm not too sure. Either way, the next update, which will be in the future, TM. Don't know when. They've even said that it's many months ahead. I'm predicting March next year, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, it's something that they're moving to the jump lanes. They're just going to stick with jump lanes because it's a much more tactical experience, and the changes that they're going to make sound excellent, so that is good. We'll whack it up to fastest speed. We've got the Delta aliens and investigate privateers. We can do that if we wanted to. I'm not too sure. Do I really care that much? I don't know. Let's just go over to the left here. So we're going to go up and around to the left. Still haven't found anyone around this area or down here. In terms of research, are doing a couple of things. We've got the AI control colony ships, which is colony development speed plus 50%. There's an anomaly. I'll just research that. As I said in the previous episode, I'm not going to be reading out all of the anomalies unless they are an event chain one, because quite honestly, we'll be here forever. So yeah, colony ships, 50% development speed, and also minus 25. But looks like one of my colony ship exploded. Looks like they failed that one, which is a bit of a shame. New research. That's that mineral processing plant. That's good. I will pause at a moment. Ceramo metal armor is good. Aurelium ore is quite good, which is explosive weapon damage, but we're using lasers, so that's fairly pointless. We do have afterburners though, which is an auxiliary slot, and it's already par research because we did get some of that off of the debris. So I am gonna go for that one. In terms of our main world, I will upgrade that. I'm going to clear that debris. I'm going to then build a science ship, and as soon as we finish this thing here, oh no, colony development speed 50%, and then influence cost. Oh yeah, once this goes up to, I believe 12 months, I'll probably go ahead and start building the ship. How long does the colony ship take to make? It is 360 days. Yes, so okay, we probably need to do that later on. Let me go for recruiting here, research speed, anomaly fail risk. That's always good for someone who's going to be exploring the galaxy. So we do have now we do have a tradition that we can get, so we're going to go with Harmony and then Bulwark of Harmony. So while in defensive war against another empire, your ship build speed is increased by 33%, and addition fire rate increased by 15%, but that's only in a defensive war, and we will get that, and that will immediately give us an Ascension Perk, and our Ascension Perk could be Interstellar Dominion, which is border range 25%, that's very, very good. Technological Ascendancy, which is research speed 10%, these are all really, really good things. However, my personal favourite is Consecrated Worlds, so we will get Consecrated Worlds, and then we will be able to consecrate the world. So we'll go to Planetary Edicts and Consecrate World. 273 influence to do it, but as you can see, it lasts 100 years. And it gives you plus 5% happiness across the entire planet. Spiritual ethics attraction 25%, so you're less likely to get very extreme factions that are, say, very militaristic and things like that. Growth speed plus 50% and unity output. So increasing our unity output is something that we did want to do. As I said at the start of the series, the idea for this faction, it's all about really the influence in the unity. So if we can get more of that, then that's okay with us. So that should be about right. So how's our research coming on? That's 22 months. Once that's get up to 12 months, I'll start developing another colony ship. Speaking of colony, this one's now finished there. What else can we build? Can't build a Paradise Dome or anything down the bottom here because you do need a planetary administration. In order to get that, you need 5 population. So instead, we will go with... we probably need to go for some food at some point, but I think I'm going to put a basic mine on there. Going over here, you can see we have... probably swap these around. around and we'll build a hydroponics farm there, and then over on the top left we'll go for a mineral processing plant. We'll upgrade this to a... well, we can't because we haven't got it. It's a shame. Science ship has finished down there, so we'll keep scanning. That's a decent system. 8 minerals. Yeah, that's quite good indeed. Okay. So, how's things going on over here? I'm just going to say opinion map mode. Click on that guy and you can see, oh, he really doesn't like that. Minus 231 opinion. That's bad. Right, so as you can see now, we've got the border range increased. So we've got now the option for going for hydroponics farm 2, gene clinic, which is very, very good, as well as a tile blocker. I'm going to go for the gene clinic because it's quite useful for... oh, have we just got that world? Oh, we haven't, sadly. Just out. But we do have that one. Yeah, we go for the gene clinic because it increases unity as well, so that's pretty good. So in terms of ships, I'm going to go for 1, 2, 3 ships. Yeah, we'll go with 3 ships for now. This one, we will build a solar panel network on G Colony. So that's getting there, that's going there. In terms of here, that guy is fine. Food is increasing. And then you'll put you over there. So when this guy's... well, by the time we've built that and then built this person will be alive and born. And then they'll be able to power that on. Yeah, it doesn't simulate one person. It is like a group of people, I guess. It's like a... don't know what you would call it really, a community or something, because they all have soft ethics and stuff. So we're just scanning around here. Actually, we'll probably scan the edge and then we'll come back over like that. Yeah, that's fine. So, do we want to clear these? Could do. 12 months in that for colony development speed and then colony influence cost. That's good. So we'll build a colony ship as soon as possible. As you can see, Strike Force Titan is 474. Have a quick look at this guy. Technology level is inferior, and his naval capacity and fleet power is both equivalent. This person here, you can see, is equivalent down the board, so that's okay. I don't know whether to do a frontier outpost. I was still unsure on whether I wanted to do that in the last episode, and I've decided that at the moment there's no real need to, so we'll probably not bother for now anyway. Solar panel network is built there. It produces 3 power, but it's just cancelling off the what you call it anywhere, the spaceport. That person, oh, that's now built, and what I'll do is... yeah, technically swapping them won't do much because putting them on there, reduces it from 3 to 4, I think. Yeah, but because that gives 10% across the board, you've now got an extra 1 there that's producing, so technically we're on like, how many minerals? Produced, yeah, 41.15. Yeah, so it's, yeah. It's about right. I don't really care too much. It's like that's all that's going. That'll be almost done. What I'll do is I'll clear these later on. So if we're going to settle down here, where we're going to plonk the ship down? Well, where you plonk it down, you ideally want it on an energy place because it might harvest energy. Oh, we've finished the survey of habitable world and such because that's a total of, I think it was 8 that you needed. So we've done that. So if we look at our log, yeah, it's all done. Cool. System server complete, which is over on the right-hand side here, so server that system. Probably not going to find anyone until maybe, well, realistically it would be around here, or I reckon I could be in this block here, but you would have thought that I'd have bumped into their ships by now. I could go ahead and do one of the... I believe that there is... what's this one? Nothing to worry about. Oh, that's a bit naughty. Is that him? Count some alien vessels.
Evading heretics.
Oh, it's one of the energy things. Okay, fine. That there is a bit aggressive. That frontier outpost is very aggressive. Yeah, that guy's not going to like that. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Let's move over there. So we've met another set of aliens. What I was saying earlier about these, look, there's a lot of things we need to research. But it's in society, and we're doing gene clinic, and we've also got a graveyard expedition. track on map. Can we do it? Yeah, go on then, might as well. Stumble across Starship Graveyard in the surface, or on the surface. Result of titanic battle that occurred close up 1,000 years ago. Scientific expedition would be most advantageous, so we will do that. So we'll get this science ship, just keep scouting out there. Yeah, realistically, they're going to be in a group like this, so we might find them there. Or there. Or maybe there. You know, it's going to be very tight like that with a couple of lanes going off. Okay, so we've managed to research this, so I'll pause it a second. We've got blue laser. We've got sentinel point defense, which is always good, especially if the opponent is packing a lot of energy weapons, a lot of missiles. And also fighters, but at this point nobody will have fighters, I don't think. And then the synchronized defenses, which is rare technology. It's quite good. It increases the fire rate of the station that's mounted on and weapons damage both by 25%, costs in energy, and it is quite useful. However, it's more of a early to mid game thing. I mean, as soon as they start flinging lots of fleet at you, I mean, yeah, you increase it by 25%, but the maximum fleet power of a space station, I think, is about 6 or 7k, so it's not really worth it too much. I think we're going to go with the blue lasers, even though the other one's rare. I don't really care for it too much at the moment. So blue lasers will just increase our ships in total, so that's good. So yeah, we got Bolin, fleet logistician. I know someone actually said in the last episode's comments about when you get the person, you probably want to go for someone without fleet logistician because they will eventually get that skill. I wasn't aware of that. Well, I was aware that they gain skills, I just didn't know whether it was weighted towards that. Maybe it isn't, maybe they were just mentioning that they can get it, but they can also get things like substance abuser and stuff like that. But I always pick it from the beginning if it's there, especially if it's something that, if I know I'm not really going to be fighting early on, you might as well save yourself a lot of cash. So save yourself over the course of, say, 50 in-game years before you have a war, or even a mini skirmish, then you might as well save some money. That's my take on it. So anyway, let's go for planet colonization. So we'll go with
special project complete.
Good, and that was the graveyard, I think. Too badly damaged to do anything. Okay, so we will say go there. That's a science ship. Hang on. Why are you doing that? You survey system. You survey system. Colony ship. That's the one. You will colonize planet. Plonk it down there. No, because there's only 2 adjacent, and that one can't be done. This one is free. That one there. It's going to be that one there. Cool. Done. So that'll increase my border. It'll probably push the border over to that one there, and then we'll probably have a little bit of border tension because of the rubbing of border friction, I believe it is called. So that's something we'll have to take note of, but it's not really too much of a problem. There's a desert world there. We could have populated that, and it does have minerals, exceptional quality minerals, which is 25% minerals. Very, very good, but it's also not great. It's not totally habitable, or it is. It's only on 40%, I believe, or 60% habitability, so it's not great. So the Zak Plot Confederacy, the military Democratic Crusaders, have popped up. Fanatic egalitarian militarist. I represent the Zak Plot Confederacy, our elected leader. Commissary General Iker Hek-Itin hopes for peaceful relations with your people, but know that we are more than capable of defending our way of life. Okay. Alright. Our citizens send their regards. There you go. Where are they at? Oh, they're over there. And plus 25%. Apparently, because we're a democracy, they're a democracy, we like each other. And they also have an unidentified empire as a rival, and are being rivaled by it, and a non-aggression pact with another one, and close borders with 2 unidentified empires. So there's something over there, which we knew. We knew there was something over there. There's going to be something over there. So we got a new bit of research. So we've got the Perthian dust, which is food output. We've got Engos vapor, habitability increase, and then a tile blocker clearance. Tile blocker clearance, we'll look at G Colony. G Colony has only one of those deep sinkholes, whereas our new world has a couple of them, and one of them, oh yeah, we've got a couple, but that's quite decent actually. I think what we'll do is we'll start going for that, and it's the cheaper one as well. Science ship down here is complete. I'm going to go left. I am assuming someone's going to be here, but let's just see what happens. So once I start colonizing this thing, we will get expansion of border. Yes, we are spreading our faith to a new world. And I'm hoping I'm going to have my border pushed to that side, but I'm not entirely convinced. I don't think I'll gain any more. I don't think I'll really gain any more space because of this. But, oh, saying that, looks like it might be moving over there. I'll preemptively move them because we might as well. With our spare cash, what I'm going to do is just unlock... I'm going to clear these two here. I think it's worth it. System survey complete over this side. We are going to probably head over... We could just tell them to move. Like, just say move there. But quite honestly, I'd rather get the research and level them up. I think that's more important. Looks like we are still pushing that on this side. We might get there. We might not. 2,000 energy, over 1,000... Oh, good grief, over... How many minerals? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And that hasn't got a spaceport yet. But this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's just build up fleet. Because I can. And also, if this guy kicks off, then, well, I'm not really a fan of him doing that. So I'd rather prevent it. And you can prevent the war by simply having ships. They just, unless they've got really extreme ethics, they generally will look at you and go, can't win that. So, and then they're not going to attack you. Whereas if you don't have anything at all, then you're screwed. It's one of the downsides of the game. One of the big downsides, actually. If you are a pacifist, then sadly you have to play sort of militarist. Like, you have to build a big fleet. Because if you're pacifist and you don't have a fleet, then you can't defend yourself. Doesn't make much sense. I mean, I guess it sort of does. But because the way to win this game is by either taking over everybody... Well, I'll show you the victory conditions. The victory conditions are domination victory. Oh, the blogs turned up. The Orvenry vestige, stagnant ascendancy. Oh, pitiful creatures. Know that we roamed the stars eons before your helpless species mastered spaceflight. Any of your wretched little ships cross our space. Do not expect them to return. May the spirits bring you to your goals. Where are they at? Oh, there they are, down there. And they are minus 40% because of xenophobia. Oh, the fanatic xenophobes. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, that's bad. Right. So, victory conditions. We've got domination victory, which is win the game by owning 40% of all habitable planets. Very, very difficult. Actually, not too much for pacifists, because they always get a big bonus to having extra additional colonized worlds from the beginning, and then obviously you'll make sectors. Conquest victory, win the game by conquering or subjugating all other empires. Well, you can't really subjugate an empire, generally, because you don't have the influence to do it, and you can't conquer them because you're a pacifist. And Federation victory, well, you could get in a Federation. You could get a Federation victory, which is win the game by having a Federation own 60% of the habitable planets, but... unless you're playing against other humans, you might have a big problem winning that way because the Federation, especially with computers, then they're not going to form a Federation with you unless they have similar ethics, which means there's going to be a lot of you with at least pacifist or a fanatic pacifist, which means that your Federation is very open to attack in general because you can't defend yourself, going back to point 1, which means you need a fleet. Which is why the latest update that's coming out at some point TM is going to be really good, I think, because you can build massive space stations. So you can have a massive space station, we'll be doing loads of trading and loads of other stuff, but also have a lot of guns, and it means that you don't have to have a massive aggressive roaming fleet on people's borders. You can just have a space station, say, look, we just want to keep to ourselves. If you do turn up though, expect a fight. So that's good. I really wish, however, there was, and I've said it many times, that there was more espionage stuff in the game, and there was an economic victory as well as like a like an ascension victory, like getting to the height of whatever your ethics or ascension is, so psi or biological or whatever. Oh, and there's no cultural victory as well, because it's weird. It's a game that's got loads of facets. You know, it's a game which, you know, you've got all the science stuff and you've got, like, you know, all these different ethics and stuff. But at the end of the day, the way you win is by fighting. Which is also quite bad because the fighting part of the game is one of the weaker sides of it, which is why they're improving it in the next one. But it's a Paradox game. I mean, it's, you know, it'll take them 3 years to get it to where they really wanted it to be, I guess. That seems to be the general rule of these things. Anyway, so we can't upgrade that, or we can, but I always upgrade these with what they're on at the moment. Current research output is 8, 12, 14, so we really do need to improve our physics. However, as you just saw there, I do have the option now to build a gene clinic, which increases growth speed, but also produces unity. And also, which is quite useful, now it does society research, so you can put it on areas with society research, and it's not going to cancel them off. This is good. Going over to G World here, we can see that we have some people with jobs, but they don't really, well, they don't really have anything to, well, they've got jobs, but they're just like in the salt mine or whatever. It's just, there's nothing there. So I think what I'll do is probably go ahead and get some buildings in. That's going to be worth it, and I can have one of those, and then we'll unpause it. So this sign ship, I expect to bump into someone soon. I'm guessing that this person has only met me. Yeah, closed borders, me. Militant isolationists, xenophobe, so they really don't like us, and I'm guessing if we try to take any of these worlds, then it's going to go very, very badly. So I just won't even attempt it. I have no reason to attempt it, so I'm not going to bother. That's called the Dubious Abyss. That's not a place to take the kids on a weekend, is it? We do have an election, so we can either support something. Quite honestly, I don't really care. I don't really care. I don't want to spend my influence on it because I want to get Consecrated World straight away on one of these ones. One of this world here, which we'll rename to G Colony 2. Or G Colony 1 Prime, because it's a prime world. So we do have now the ability, new tradition, so we can go for prosperity, domination, expansion, supremacy, diplomacy, discovery. Discovery is very good because it gives you reduced anomaly fail risk and such like that. It's only really something you want sort of early to mid game. Anything after that's pretty much a waste, or half of the tree could be classed as a waste. Although it does give you leader experience gain and research alternatives and such, and assist research is very, very good as well. But let's just rule a couple of that. We're not going to do diplomacy yet. We're not going to do domination probably ever. Expansion is quite good because it increases the development speed of colonies, but we're not really an aggressive expander, and to be fair, we've almost done that anyway. We're not going to do frontier outposts just yet, so okay, expansion is out. Although when you complete it, you do get 2 core sector systems increase, so that's quite useful. But no, supremacy, we are not really doing anything when it comes to fighting, so we'll rule that out. So it's limited to discovery and prosperity. Prosperity, ship and building costs reduced by 15%, and then the finisher effect is Ascension Perk and minus 20% goods, consumer goods, which currently is, consumer goods is 17 units, so it's 20%. A little bit of a saving, not great. We do get the private colony ship, which we don't care too much about. We get the energy grid, which will produce unity, which is very good. Upkeep's reduced. I think it's going to have to be discovery. I think just because of the time, if we don't take it now, then we won't bother doing it later on. So, and because we are on a very, very big expansion when it comes to searching out, we got 3 colony, we got 3 science ships anyway. So yeah, we might as well do that. Why were we not able to do that? Oh, darn. I was building this here, and what's happened, as you can see, is their board is pushed over. That is slightly annoying. Right, what I'm going to do then is build a frontier outpost to push that border back. Looks like we've got someone... Oh, one of our scientists has been recruited.
System survey complete.
Okay, well, we'll just keep surveying and keep searching. Right, yeah, this is a problem because I really want that world back. So I want... Well, how am I going to push it back? I could build a frontier outpost there, which will push it. But if we do it there, it should have the same effect. But it means we have to defend all of this. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's only wasted resources, right? Speaking of resources... how we're doing on that one? That's colonizing good. We've got some more aliens that we can talk to. We probably want this guy to work there for that one. Our fleet is quite good, actually, 799, and that guy's equivalent. That guy's equivalent.
System survey complete.
Equivalent. Okay, fine. Still not found anyone around here. Although, oh, that'll be them there. That's them. Planetoid, by the look of it, by the look at the ship. Lamber aliens. So, Lamber aliens, let's have a bit of a research on that one. See if we can talk to them. because I want to see what they are and what they do. But that'll probably change the way we do things here. We might even go for a frontier outpost there. That would be very good, and then we'll expand to that one. Really wish I went into the expansion tree now, because we have a reduction in that there. There's no reason why we can't. You don't have to complete trees. You can happily move around them, and you know, do that if you want. You can go around do different trees. Looks like this is inactive buildings. Oh yes, there is. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Ah, go on, we'll have a punt. Why not? Okay, the Quop in Jaxi. Yeah, actually, I think I pulled that off. The Quop and Jaxi Compact, a military junta. So it is fanatic xenophile and militarist. That's a weird one. Honor-bound warriors, I guess. So they don't mind fighting, but they're not going to fight a particular colour or species or creed or race or anything like that. They're just going to say, we'll fight anyone equally, which I can appreciate. So they send their regards with the ruling council. Oh, that's okay. Our citizens send their regards too. How are you doing? Plus 20. Cool. It's because they've got xenophobia. Sorry, xenophile. They're xenophile.
Incoming transmission.
Non-aggression pact. On my southern border. Job done with me, mate. Yeah, I'll agree to that one. We've also got another person popped up there, which is the mandate of Quepta, which is erudite explorers. Ooh, egalitarian fanatic materialist. They're not going to like us then. No, spiritualist fools. Yes, they do not like that. So we have now managed to take over that world. It's now sorted. So you can see straight away what we'll do is we'll go for a temple. And then we need a gene clinic, which can go there. We'll have the first person go onto the gene clinic because that increases the speed in which you breed. We'll go for a... Oh, actually, I should have probably... Let me cancel that because I think it works this way. Cancel those two. We'll then fire up the infrastructure projects. No, 2, 3, 4. No, okay. Consecrated world first. Is probably the way forward, and then infrastructure projects. We've got enough to do both, that's fine then. And then we'll go for, firstly we'll have a gene clinic, and then we'll have a temple. Go back over here, and we don't have 5 pops, so we can't do that, but we're very, very close to it. So there you go. Unpause the game. Like I say, consecrated world's very, very decent, I think. We do need to rename this place, so it is the G Colony 2. There we go. And it says Prime. Can you rename it? Oh, you can. You can, yes. You can. I'm not going to bother, but you can. At least I know that you can do that. Someone's closed borders, which is unsurprisingly the guy on the top left. Afterburn is now being completed. We have the option for Ion Thruster, which is a C module. I don't know what that stands for. Building speed reduction, and then finally the spaceport. I'm going to go for the spaceport because I don't want to be stuck using corvettes for the entire game. I need to get destroyers and such. We have now got... What else was that? That was... Oh, that's going to be completed almost immediately. We're going to upgrade our ships for a little bit, and I also will, while I'm on here, get ourselves a spaceport up and running. Once this guy's done the frontier outpost, I'll probably end up getting all of this bit here, which should be quite useful. Tile block is completed. We've got farming subsidies, hydroponic farm 2. We've got adaptive bureaucracy, which is increase your pool size of the leaders and such, and then some more tile blockers. I think we'll go with the hydroponic farm because it is worth it. Yep, I think that's what I mean. Cool. We can now clear off some of these tiles if we really wanted to, but quite honestly, it's probably a waste of resources at this particular point. I do, however, want to get another construction ship, just because we've only got the one and it's on the outlaying point, so it's probably worth me finding some more. I'm going to start scouting south and around. Just check on this guy as well. He still has rivaled by another empire and closed borders with 2 others, so he's aware of a couple of other people. Looking at the map, where are the possible places for other people? Well, I did call this area correctly. I'm going to assume there. I'm going to assume around here. And I'm assuming around there, and then probably one around here as well, but maybe I don't think I've bumped into them. I think there was a total of 9 or 12 empires that I put on this, plus 2 ancient empires, so maybe there is an ancient empire in that corner. Wouldn't make much sense in that corner, maybe even in here.
Construction complete.
But either way, it's something that I will care about later, because I haven't bumped into them yet. Yeah, just thinking, do I want to put a couple of frontier outposts up? I'm not too sure. There's our frontier outpost over there, and oh my, that's exactly what we wanted. That's worked out quite well. What I'm going to do then is get my observation posts and mining up. In fact, what I'll do is I will make sure I get the observation post first, because it doesn't show you. You can see that it's these are showing like no resources, but that's because we've got the detailed map mode off. That one. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, that one. There it is. I knew it was around somewhere. You can see that now shows you we've got 2 minerals, 3 society research, 1 industry, engineering, sorry. And it's in green, which means we've taken it, but they've changed it so now if you have that unticked, it just doesn't clutter it up. And I appreciate that. I prefer that. That is good. So we're getting on over here. We haven't got a defensive pact, but we have got a non-aggression pact up the top here. These guys are rivaling stuff, minus 25% again. We've got a border friction, which is very strange. We've got a Curator Alpha Enclave popped up. Aha! Greetings, Star Travelers. We are the Curators. Our ancient order was established eons ago by the various galactic powers in ascendancy at the time. We were dedicated towards the preservation of all knowledge in an effort to safeguard the galaxy from descending into yet another dark age of mass extinction and barbarism. We failed. So basically, they're a Curator. We can have some. We can have a chat with them. We get some knowledge. So let's have a little chat with them. So we can search star charts, aid in research, things like that. I'm going to say aid in research, and I will procure the service. It's 1,000 energy, but we've got 2,200 and change, and that increases our research by 15% across the board, which is quite good. We are probably a little bit behind on the research stuff, so you know, getting all of these is going to be quite useful, I think. But also, look at all the mining things we can get. It's very good. Speaking of mining, and ooh, that's annoying. So this person here. This is him. He's got... Is that a frontier outpost? No, he's actually colonizing a world. So he's colonizing a world there. That's probably going to push his border, so he'll take that and probably... I don't think he'll get that, but he'll take that, he'll take that. He'll probably take that off me, which is why I'm not going to build anything there. And then... I don't know if he'll get that one. We'll see. So where do I want to go? Well, if I put one there, I should get all of this, which is quite useful, I think. So I'll keep scouting down and find something here, but I would have assumed there was people around here. Well, maybe there is. Maybe I've just not researched it. There is Delta aliens. We've got some new skills from one of our leaders. Speaking of leaders, actually, do we still have someone? Yes, we do. What skills have they got? Where is it? Leaders. We've got 2 leaders, actually. This person has got... substance abuser and a leader lifespan, so that just cancelled each other off. And then this is hydroponics build cost and leader experience gain. So do I want to fire someone? I mean, maybe I do. No, I'll keep them in case one dies or whatever. System survey is complete there. You will build a mining outpost there. Okay. So, we are still going up for these spaceships. We've got that there done. We've got that not upgraded. People going there. This one almost certainly will be able to, yeah, upgrade now. We will clear that map tile. Don't really want to build any more ships because we are not yet max. We can have another 6 ships, 6 corvettes. But the problem is that they're not the ships I want. I've already got 21 corvettes, and I'd rather get something a bit beefier, so some destroyers. We'll see. Anyway, so we're just going to keep scanning around there. I don't know why that one's been found. Like you see, something's been there somehow. I don't know how, but anyway. Looks like we're on negative balance for the first time in a long time. I'm very surprised about that, actually.
Special project complete.
Void clouds. We'll say study them, but I'm not going to actually study them. Or am I? No, I'm not. So that's an interesting one. We're on minuses now. Don't know why that is. By the way, I'm going to go and build a defensive army on the first colony. Actually, that was colony 2 anyway. That's the wrong one. Let me not build anywhere because that's going to take energy now that I think about it. I guess we've lost so much energy because I'm just shoving... I'm constantly building building mining stations. That's why we're low on energy, of course. The load balance is well off. I hadn't accounted for that. Okay, so we need energy. So best place for energy is... Well, there's a decent one here on this planet. So we're going to build on that one, that's fine. Over here, we do have one there. What I'm going to do is swap those around so we're generating 2 energy. Still on minus food or on 0 food, so it's nothing to worry about at the moment. But once we've got hydroponics farm... Oh, 2. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's almost completed, so... we now have military academy we can get, which is quite good. Or we can go for food output or habitability. Food output, if we find any of this dust around here, then that'll be very, very useful for us. You can see he is expanding here, but it's not pushing that border yet, but it's so close that he might be able to, he might get that. My next, almost certainly my next unity, my next Ascension perk will probably be either Interstellar Dominion, which is border range 25%, or Technological Ascendancy. Probably the border range, I think. Probably the border range. I still don't know whether to go to expansion. The expansion will give me capital buildings, additional unity and such. Blue laser, that's going to be good. Physics lab, finally. Took me long enough to find the thing. And we'll now upgrade all of our ships, which should be quite good. I'll probably take them up to, I would hopefully say 900, but let's see what happens. 840, it's not too bad, it's fine. So, we do have destroyers there. Yep, straight away, let's go for it. Let's go for destroyers, why not? Why not indeed? So yes, what were we saying? Observation. How we're doing observation. We're doing passive observation, but we can do things like... So, essentially... Hang on, who's this? Federation Builders, the Sathid Harmonious Cooperative. Well met, friends. Yeah, fanatic pacifist and materialist. Our regards, sir. I don't think we'll have any problems with that. Oh, they do say spiritualist fools, though. Fair enough.
Evading heretics.
So I'm invading heretics somewhere. Over here, is it? Mining drones. Mining drones, okay. So where was I? Right. Construction ship up here. Let's just get that mining station sorted. So yeah. We've got something to put over there once that's been completed. We've got that to upgrade to nothing yet, that to upgrade, and that's all fine. Yeah, we need to investigate some of the aliens, but do I want to do it at the moment? Current research is on destroyers, the dust and physics lab. Observation. So yeah, observation. You can do many types of observation. These are currently in the steam age, so it's going to take them probably at least... Actually, it's not accurate, is it, in real life? It's not accurate, so it would take them a couple of 100 years at least to get into space with any sort of vessel. And I think the first one to put up is essentially like Mir or the ISS, which is like I think it is actually the ISS. It's supposed to look like with a bit of a Kubrickian spinner thing, like wheel, and that's like 5 military power. That would take a couple 100 years, but it's warp time, so it could be 50 years. Either way, I can just study them, which gives us 5 society output. Is society? Yes. Or we can say abduction, which gives us 8, but then there might be, as it says there, unintended consequences. You've got indoctrination. Natives adapt to our governing ethics over time. And then you've got also technological enlightenment. You basically go, right, we are here. Here's some stuff. And then you've also got covert infiltration, which I think is really cool, because essentially you have like people going there and altering the ethics and stuff like that. It's a really interesting idea, but not something we can do. Looks like we've got the evangelizing zealots who've just turned up as well. The Rakudian Citizen Union will just say, hello, how's it going, mate? You can keep scanning. The construction ship can keep building. And oh my good grief, we're just meeting so many aliens. Right, you there. Mining. So where were those people? Where were those? Hang on, have I missed something? Them ones. Them ones. Was it just them? It must have been them. No, we've seen them before. They're fine. They're fine. They hate me. They're alright. So where's the other one? Is he in there somewhere? Where's the other one? Hang on. It's them ones. Yeah, they're there somewhere. They're there, I believe. There you go. Protectorate. They're a protectorate. So, there might have been a bit of a war there, or an uprising, essentially, and they've split off, but they're now a protectorate, or something like that's happened. So, interesting, interesting. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, so that's growing. Science ship can scan it. Ooh, we've got a problem here. Can't go through there. Can't go through there. I could, however, say go there and survey, because that has alien vessels in it, but they were in the centre, whereas I'll just go on the edge and it won't jump away as long as I tell it not to. I will not upgrade that, but I do want to upgrade my food production on that one. We will not clear that. I'm going to reduce that observation there. Factions are still good. Haven't got any edicts on the go. Information quarantine or anything like that. No new research grants. I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to really. Look, I've got a lot of influence already. That's pretty good. Is there anything I can do on this one? Spiritual unity. We'll fire that one up for both of those. Why not? Oh, that's annoying. Can you not reorganize these? I've just put them on the wrong one. There we go. Oh, she's for organic material. 6 society research. That's pretty good. So we'll have the... Well, it's not really a problem, but the food thing will be gone. We'll have enough food shortly. Yeah, he's just taken that world, as you can see. So that's a bit of an issue. I could get another... I could get a science ship down here to take, say, that world, and we'll get all of this. Which I think is probably worth it. However, that's going to start hitting my influence. Not that I care at the moment, because I've got +5 influence. But if we did change our traditions here, we'll change over to a different tree.
Incoming transmission.
For the purposes, let's have a quick read of that. For the purposes of colonizing and building frontier outposts, the systems count as half the regular distance away. So if it costs 100, it costs 50, whatever. It's based on the distance, you see. And then the next one is frontier outposts upkeep reduced by 50%, and I think it's 1 each. From factions. Frontier outposts 1. Okay, so I'm not going to go up 2 bits of the tree just to gain 1 back when I've already got +5. Not going to do it. It's not worth it. And I don't need any other stuff. Okay, we're still going to head down the discovery tree. I'm glad I talked it out with myself. Right, okay, research agreement. This guy, Democratic Crusaders, they're on my southern border, and 30 years. He is equivalent in everything, so quite honestly, mate, I am okay with that. No problem at all. Bit of border friction between us, but no, I think we're doing quite well, so that's okay. Obviously, this guy will have border friction as well a bit there. 76, in fact, but you can still, we're still +34. This one, however, let's have a quick look. We'll say opinion map mode. Oh, yeah, he hates people. And, oh, we've now got Divine the Kurthak-Nor Commonwealth. Kurthak-Nor, that's a pretty nice name. They are fanatic, egalitarian, and spiritualist. So we'll say our citizens send their regards, you teddy bear looking thing. And that's probably where this has happened here. See this? Actually, no, that's someone else in there. So they are teddy bears. They are that. Yeah. Something off like a Simpsons Halloween special. And then we've also got these guys. I know what's happened. These guys, these ones here, See, it says pathetic across the board. It's not because I'm just really good. It's because they're really terrible. And the reason they're a protectorate, that'll have been similar to what I've got over here. They've got it's a pre-warp civilization, and they've got FTL, and they become a galactic nation immediately. Boom, they take over a little bit of space. What's happened is the fanatic materialist and egalitarian just went, no. And just went, you're going to be a protectorate of us. And they went, okay. Either, you know, or they might have gone, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Or they might have gone, I don't want to be killed. So that's what's happened there. Now we know. I assume it might have been that they were subjugated by other means or something, but that's the most likely thing. So, still surveying around here, still nothing there. So, it looks like it is going to be... Oh, the only way around is this way. It's not a problem, though. By the way, the reason it's changing all colours is because I've got a different mode on. I'll change it back. Yes, so, our... Oh, that needs to be built on. We'll say science lab, construction is complete. I'm going to bring that guy down and say frontier outpost. And there should get all of this. Hopefully it will get that, but we'll see. We've now got temple on the go. We've got gene clinic on the go. We can upgrade that too. No, we can't. We can upgrade that. Yes, we can. We've got now discovery tree. So we've got either survey speed increased by 35% and science ship evasion is 30%. That's very good. Science division research alternatives +1. That's very good indeed. Planetary survey corps is what the first one leads to, which is research gain research points equal to 1/10 of our monthly gain when surveying planets. That's very, very good indeed. And then we've got leader experience again. I'm going to go on the left because, quite honestly, that will be useless in maybe a couple of episodes because we'll have surveyed a lot of stuff. Actually, I'll take that back. There's still loads to survey. And this is, remember, only a small map. Which is why there wasn't anyone complaining about me picking the small map in the last episode, in the first one. But I always assume people do because, it's the smallest one, it's going to be the worst one, it's not going to be very big. No, it's big enough. It is big enough. It's interesting. Like, you could go with a very big map and loads of players, and then it's unreadable, especially for you, because there's so much stuff going on. And even now I understand that this is not the easiest game to follow. Tile blockers or hollow temple certainly. But also, it's, you know, if you have, say, a fairly medium-sized map, like a medium map, 600 stars, and say 10 or 12 people, it's just a bit boring. You know, you'd be waiting ages for something to happen, and it doesn't. Whereas this way, stuff's happened straight away. You know, things have happened, things are moving on. Right, so it looks like we've built in all of these systems around here, which is good. We're going to move back to there. I wish when you told stuff to go back to the station, or back to a system, it would go and dock up to the station, because when they're orbiting the station, or orbiting the planet rather, they gain a, not a bonus, but they have a reduction in their cost in the upkeep. So we should automatically go there. You cannot force them to go there by pricking the upgrade button, but only if they've got there. We've got the gather specimens thing, event chain. I will say yes, we'll gather them, but quite honestly, I'm not going to go looking for them. Let's track on the map. See, it generates them. Oh, I say we're not going to go looking for them and then start to go look for them. Oh, we've got 3 in our own system. Okay. And there's some back there. Yeah, we might as well do that. We might as well go ahead and do that. You get a nice bonus, and it's interesting to do. So that's okay there. Yeah, consecrated world. That's fine. Building a frontier outpost there. Hopefully, we'll get that back. And I would like to get that. See, taking that's quite a smart move. It's a very smart move. Ooh, combat rolls or reactor. Reactor. Very smart move indeed, because as you can see, this guy, his only way south is via that planet and my systems. We are currently not exactly best of pals, but we get on, right? We get on. But what if we didn't get on? Ha! He can't go south, and if he does, he'll have to go to war. If he wants to go to war with me to go south, then that's probably not going to be good for him. So by taking that, the border inadvertently was pushed so he controls that system, which means he can actually get through. I mean, it's all going to change when I take this, because then I control all of this bit here, and the only way to go further south is via this way, and he's not going to do that, or it's to go through my sectors again. And I might even take that one off him anyway. So it is a tactical arrangement. Essentially, I've boxed this guy in. Because he can't go this way, look, and he's going to have to go through that way. But I'm hoping that he goes that way, because I don't really like this person. Or this, I say person. Do we call it a person? Either way, we're not a big fan of each other. And their technology level is inferior. Ha ha ha. But yeah, I'm not a great fan of them. Right, let's finally get some of the upgrades that I've been promising to get for some time. There we go. That'll do it. That construction ship is in orbit. That survey ship is complete rated. I'm going to send it back to research. That's going to be... It is the malleable Gulantha. The Quapinjaxi. The Quapinjaxi. Good name. So, I'm seeing how long this takes to finish off here. 63%. I think once this is taken, I think we'll knock the episode on the head, because I think we've done quite enough. Over 1,000 resources there. Have we got any other curators? No, just the one curator. I'll turn primitives off and I'll do it. And I want to get that researched.
Complete.
Looks like there's some more aliens somewhere.
System survey complete.
System survey complete, is it? Right, I'm going to send them back over to finish these. Also, they probably haven't... Oh, they will require upgrades later on. Because I'm researching the extra reactor, in 20 months these will require an upgrade. Don't need to upgrade them. I mean, technically the only thing you can do after getting a bigger reactor is get bigger shields and things on bigger weapons, but they're survey ships, so they don't have the science ships. They don't have weapons, and I don't even have shields unlocked, so there's very little reason to upgrade them other than because you can. Although, we might end up getting some, you can get like a curator. Oh, that's a nice little push there. You can get like a, I think it's called a curator module or something, which is quite good. Look at that, I didn't push it. It's just on his border, but I did then control this one. So it's had the intended thing anyway. So this guy, non-aggression pact. Who is that? That is him. Yes, agree. Doing that, though, does reduce your hostile fleets. Oh, that's one of the systems I'm jumping through. Yeah, that's... Oh, that is the mining drone hub, that one. That's mining drone hub. And, oh! Well then. Yes, that is, in fact, the Infinity Sphere. Right there. And with that, I think we'll probably leave it there. So, done quite well. An extra colony. 2 frontier outposts, and we're still on +4 influence, even with non-aggression packs. Actually, it's not an aggression packs that reduce your influence. I believe it's the treaties that defense treaties and such. I can't remember the exact name for them now, but those things. Either way, that's quite good. Unity finished the tree off, gone into discovery a little bit. It's a little bit slower than I'd like, this thing. Hopefully we can speed that up later on. We do need to build on here, we want to remember, a Paradise Dome and upgrade that, and we'll also, while we're at it, upgrade that Hollow Temple, and we can't upgrade that because we don't have a planetary administration. Fleet has nearly tripled in size, and we're scanning out quite well. In terms of our neighbours, this person, nothing really to worry about, although as you can see the border stuff is going down, so we might have to appease him somehow by just giving him a bit of resources. I don't really want to go to war with him, although I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I've got we're equivalent in everything, but my space is I've got better access to his space than he has to mine, and I've got 2 guys that I really don't care. These guys here, we're fine. Everything's dandy. They've got defensive pacts with each other and such, I believe. No, they haven't. Sorry. This guy's got a defensive pact with someone, but I'm friendly with both of these guys. Not that one, but they shouldn't be too much to worry about for the time being. And this person, although we don't like them, it's not as much as they dislike him, which is yeah, minus a lot. So he has no reason really to go to war against me. So yeah, in terms of borders and everything, that's okay. So far, so good. Everything's going just dandy. So next episode, we will hopefully expand on, get all of these built on, more research, more stuff, and eventually we might go ahead and see if we can talk to the Technosphere, the Infinity Machine, I believe it's called. That's a Leviathan. And it's interesting. So there, I think that's the plan. As always, if you have any suggestions for what we do in the episode and things like that, then by all means put them in the comments, put them in the Patreon feed. Once again, if you are a Patreon supporter, then +1 generic appreciation points, and just thank you. It really does help the channel and myself out. So yeah, thank you very much again. Either way, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. Zoom in.